Okay, so the first video attempt here since the hospital incident that I've had. Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing wonderful. Okay, so I wanted to just connect. First of all, let you all know that I'm okay. There are some health issues that have come up that I had no idea about. One of them being an autoimmune, so that's something that I'm getting looked at and I'll learn more about very soon. But I'm not going to dive into that. I don't really want to dive into, not now anyway. I don't think it's useful. What happened and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to give it so much energy. I think it's taken enough of my time, energy, and space. So I don't want to do that. But I did want to say this, a big thank you to all of you for, first of all, your patience. It blows my mind how incredibly kind and patient people can be. I don't expect it, of course. However, I'm truly grateful for it. So many incredible messages over the last couple of weeks have really touched my heart, and I'm very grateful for them. In particular, those of you that have patiently waited, very patiently waited for my return. And the interesting thing is, obviously there's no videos out at the moment, and when they'll be available, I'm not too sure. My focus is still the daily intuitive horoscopes, and now more than ever, I love them. It's not that I haven't loved them, I just love them on a different level now. I don't know how else to describe that. And I feel like I've had to come up with ways that are different, that are creative, ways that are, okay, how can I get these daily intuitive horoscopes out on a daily basis and continue to do my job, but at a pace that is much, much slower. And so what's come to me at the moment, as you guys have seen, you've got like an excerpt on the, I was going to say daily intuitive horoscopes. So you have an excerpt on Instagram. So they're there as excerpts. There's a whole page that the excerpts come from. So it goes way more in depth. And maybe that is something that will become available in a little while. But what I've done is I wanted to test something out, and I'll tell you why. As I said, I love doing these intuitive horoscopes. I love them as writing them and putting them together as much as most of you love receiving them. And I was like, how do I do this? Because the videos are my favorite. But at the moment, I'm not in a position to be, delivering 12 videos. In fact, I was doing a lot more. There were some days where I was, I think, filming over 100 videos a day. That's a lot of work. So, and speaking to a lot of people, and, it was just constant work, and getting I put it this way, getting the understanding of what it is these intuitive horoscopes are across to as many people as I could. And the reason for that, for me, is so that people can understand, oh, these are not just horoscopes. I see this is something different. This is asking of me to be present. It's asking of me, I was going to say it's asking me to be different, and it is asking of you to be different, but different in that you go back to more of who you truly are. That's what these intuitive horoscopes are asking of you. And they're not obviously astrological and, predictions and things of that nature. And I think I wanted to find every avenue that I could, because I've been doing this for over 20 years now. This is nothing new for me. But every avenue that I could to go, this is not your standard horoscope. And I think I got that message across. And I realized that I did get that message across pretty well once I started to speak to a lot of people, because I'm often in the background. It's very rare that I'm at the forefront of my business. I'm often in the background. I've always been the person in the background. I don't want to be personally known. Oh, the whole world knows you now, and clap. That's never been my thing. But I wanted the work, which is intuitive horoscopes, part of the work that I deliver to be known. I wanted that to be out there. I wanted as many people as possible to have access to that. So there was that piece. I'm just going to go through a little bit of, not necessarily a story, but just a little bit of, I don't know what the word is. It's been one of the things, by the way, we discovered in the hospital was how low my iron levels were, which I had no idea. I think they were like 4 or 5 or something, which I know is dangerously low, but I had no idea. So there was certainly some complications there as well. So getting the brain fog out of the way has been quite interesting for me. Anyway, so what I wanted to say is, yes, they're the daily excerpts at the moment, and they're going to continue to be available. It was important for me, even while I was sitting in the hospital, I'm like, right, what do I need to do to get these horoscopes out? I have to find a way. And I did. I rested it a bit, and my days are a lot of resting now. Resting, walking, recovering, things of that nature, taking much better care of myself. And I'm going to say this, I'm so grateful that I landed in hospital. I'm so grateful that it ended up the way that it did. I'm so grateful to have learned the majority of the things that I've learned about myself in the process, and also the changes that I must make in my life, if I want to continue doing what I'm doing. So I'm very grateful for all of that. Absolutely. And I'm also grateful that right now the videos are not something I can do every single day, and I've had to accept that. That part has been very challenging for me. So instead, they're written versions. And, I know that a lot of people prefer the written version than the video. I've heard this a lot over the years. And I think what I will do is you'll be able to have access to the full written version shortly. I'm just not sure exactly how I'm going to do that, but I'll come back to that. Yes, there's a membership, but certain things are going to be shifting. So I'll talk about that a little bit later. But I wanted to say this piece. You've got the weekend forecast. I decided, you know what, at least let me give something so they're not just excerpts from, what I've written, because the members are the ones that get the full forecast. And I get it, not everybody wants to be a member, but I still wanted everybody to have access to at least a full forecast. I'm like, come on, guys, you got to read at least a full forecast, at least one day a week. And that's where the weekend ones came to me, so to do the weekend ones. And I was only going to do it for the weekend that we just went past. And just so you understand, so it's a full forecast for Saturday, the full forecast for Sunday. Then I deliver a question. Questions, I'm not going to dive into this really deeply at the moment because I've been here 7 minutes and I think that's already enough. But there's one question that you hold for the day. That's really important. Questions are, these are questions that are incredibly powerful. It's a question that you bring present moment awareness to. You're not answering it. All you're doing is asking the question and giving it some breathing room, which I discuss. The next piece I do is I tell you why this question is important. So not only do you have a question, but you also have the understanding. Because I've found over the years, sometimes one of the biggest missing pieces for a lot of people, because I know we all work differently, is that they don't have the understanding for why they're doing what they're doing. Well, why am I doing this part of the work? Or why would I ask a question like that? So I wanted to support those people, and that sometimes they're more logical people. And I've got the piece in there about why this question is valuable, why it's important, why you would ask this question of yourself. And then the final piece is the exercise for the day. So on Saturday, you'll get a different exercise, Sunday. And these are practical exercises. And I think very often on this maybe journey of awakening or whatever we want to call it, I don't know, there's no name, who knows. Very often what I have found is missing are the practical steps, practical processes, something that is practical, something that is tangible, something that you can go, oh, okay, so I know that today I'm going to put 30 minutes or 20 minutes aside, and this is what I'm going to be doing in those 20 minutes. Great, that's you doing the work. And that's what and what you gain from doing the work is your own experience. And maybe what I'll do is also add a little piece into the weekend forecast is what you could, I shouldn't say what you expect to get from doing the work, but something along the lines of why this work is valuable. Like why this particular exercise is valuable for you as an Aries or for you as a Pisces. And I've decided that this is going to be an ongoing thing for now. Everything is for now because I really don't know what's going to happen. I mean, none of us do, do we? And when I say I don't know what's going to happen, what I mean by that, of course, I'm still going to be here. What I mean by that is I'm not sure exactly when the videos are going to return, and the pace that I was moving at, I don't know that that's a pace I'll be moving at for quite some time. But I still want to be here. I love what I do. I love being here. I love being with you guys. I love connecting with you guys. I think all of that is so fulfilling for me. It breathes life into me. I love it. And I get to do that through these intuitive horoscopes. So that's going to be available every weekend moving forward. I think it's like 14 Australian dollars. And that's it. And what I'll do is maybe make them available from midweek or maybe like a Thursday or something. So I'll do them, for example, tomorrow for the weekend that we've got coming. And you can purchase them a few days before so you're prepared. Read them, learn about what the exercise is going to be, the question, all of it just gets you to start to shift your perspective and hopefully think a little bit differently. And in thinking a little bit differently and shifting your perspective, coming back to the present moment, then accessing information or knowledge or wisdom that is there only for you to use and do what you do with, that supports you on your path. Okay, so that's that. Tomorrow I am back to my group work. So I'm looking forward, because I've definitely taken a couple of weeks off that. So there is a group running, I think every single day, every morning I do have group work running. I'm not going to open any seats at the moment for more group work just yet, as I need to give my mind and body some time to recover. But the current group works, those of you that are booked in already, I'm looking forward to seeing you Wednesday. Oh, wait, tomorrow's Tuesday. So I'm looking forward to seeing you Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Tuesday. Actually, there's one on Tuesday. Okay, that's it. Thank you again to all of you for your wonderful, wonderful comments, messages. I'm truly, I don't know what the word is. I'm truly grateful. I really am. It was a bit touch and go there for a moment. I'm grateful to be here, very grateful to be here. I think I've hugged my dogs and cats 1 billion times. It's no fun sitting around the hospital without your animals. Those of you that have animals, I'm sure you understand. But anyway, thank you. I'm sorry the video went so long. I just wanted you to know that I'm okay. I'm here. I'm moving at a slow pace. And I'm looking forward to connecting with as many of you as possible over time. Thank you.